Thanks for subscribing to a podcast series from Dave Cusack's New Artist Model, the online music business school for independent musicians. Our podcast series interviews musicians who are blazing trails in the digital era to help inspire other musicians to develop their own strategies for success. Our first series of interviews features MC Lars from Los Angeles, who has been touring internationally and releasing albums independently since 2003. MC Lars calls his music post-punk laptop rap and attributes much of his success to the philosophies and insight offered by Dave Cusack in his New Artist Model program. Check out MC Lars at mclars.com and follow him on Twitter at mclars. For free lessons and to find out how to enroll in Dave Cusack's New Artist Model, including his Masterclass, Essential Class, or individual modules to help musicians fine-tune their skills, visit newartistmodel.com or follow Dave Cusack and New Artist Model on Twitter. My dad tells me, swear, to revenge my regicide. Claudius eyes me one night under my crown, he tries to hide. So Hamlet.
So these days there are a lot of great, very inexpensive tools for independent artists. I love tunecore.com because I put all my music through there and it's so convenient because every time a new store comes up, you can have it automatically get distributed through it. And I love TuneCore, and I love how they interact with Spotify. The people at Spotify are so good at artist relations. Like if I want, if I need to change the name of a track or something's, if a mix is different, it's so easy to make sure that everything's good. So I love them. Twitter is great. I mean, Twitter has really good artist customer support. One of the good things to do if you're on Twitter is find out how to get verified, meaning you have like the blue check next to your name. And if you're able to get verified as an artist, that means that if you say something, the press or blogs can quote you because it means you're actually saying that. So that's a good tool to look into. Facebook, obviously, is great. I love how Facebook makes it so you can geo-target your posts. So let's say I'm playing a show in Miami. I can hit up South Florida and be like, hey, I'm coming through. Is anyone around? Tickets available. So Facebook's really good. And I use fanbridge.com, which is for my email list. And it's very important to every show put out a sign up for your email list, because if you do something like a Kickstarter or a new record or a new tour, social media is great, but sometimes people spend more attention looking at their email. Like if something comes up on their email from an artist they like, they're more likely to click through than if it's just on Twitter, because Twitter's great, but email I find has more engagement. Another good email service is called MailChimp. So check that out. I mean, they have different options, different costs, but it's all relatively inexpensive compared to what it was in the past. For recording, I do most of my stuff at home, but there are certain studios like that you can record in inexpensively. There's a good one in San Francisco. My friend Mike Sapone, he's in New York, he's in Long Island. He's worked with me for years. I love recording with him. As a hip-hop artist, it's very important to find an engineer or producer who makes you feel very comfortable, because when you're performing, when you're recording, it's so much like acting. You want to be able to channel the certain energy of each song, and if you're like uneasy in a studio or it feels kind of, claustrophobic, you're not going to get the best performance. So make sure that when you are performing and recording that you set yourself up to be great, and make sure you come into the studio ready, because time is money. And for rappers, if you memorize your lyrics, I found this, it makes your performance so much better, and it makes the takes go by quicker, and it makes it so later when you perform the song, it will sound more like it did in the studio. So yeah, being an independent artist in 2014 is a lot about managing your time and energy in the digital space and the physical space, and finding that balance where you're not spending all your time online tweeting or all your time in the studio, because if you balance both, you'll hit the broadest audience possible. But if you're too lopsided, like if you spend all your time on Twitter and you never write a song, you're basically just like a social media consultant and not an artist. So find a way to balance the two and learn about all the great tools at your fingertips.
In Denmark on a moonlit night, you'll hear Ophelia's sad song when the full moon's bright.
Check out MC Lars at mclars.com and follow him on Twitter at mclars. For free lessons and to find out how to enroll in Dave Cusack's new artist model, including his masterclass, essential class, or individual modules to help musicians fine-tune their skills, visit newartistmodel.com or follow Dave Cusack and New Artist Model on Twitter.
You gotta see